Hello and good evening and welcome to you to this wonderful live stream from Exponent to Success, and I'm really very glad to see you all here. And today we are going to have a lot of fun because today's live stream. Now I must tell you about something about the stream today, because if you are a student of mathematics and if currently you are studying in class 10th, this is the stream that you must watch, because you know that your board exams are coming and how important it is to score well in board exams, and this stream is going to help you with exactly that. So we are going to discuss the sample question paper today, so make sure you connect yourself till the end of the stream. I know the stream sometimes becomes a little too long, and I do understand that you may have some other prior commitments, but then nothing is more important than your studies, I feel. So make sure that you please watch the stream till the end, and till the very end. Sorry, I mixed up with words. And it is also very important that you just don't watch it, you have to do it also. So to do it, the best thing that you can do, and that I think is obviously everybody must be recommending the same thing to you, that when you are doing mathematics, you are not just watching. So by watching, by reading, by listening, you are not going to understand maths, that's for sure. So you understand it only when you start doing it yourself. That is the best justice you can do to yourself. So just get up from your seat, pick up a pen and notebook, and start solving the questions that we are going to do today. All these questions have been coming in the past board exams, and they are very very important, and are very likely to come in these board exams also. And I've made the question paper in such a way that it caters to all kinds of students, like it's exactly the board pattern, because the board pattern is such that there are some questions which are very easy, in which you do not have to do anything, you just have to read the question and you get the answer. There are some questions in which you have to solve and maybe apply 2-3 different techniques to before you can get to the right answer. So I have chosen all those types of questions which I think are very important and are very likely to come in your board exams. This is the second of the series of the sample paper that we are doing. The first series was done last week, and in fact I must tell you that we are doing a live stream every Sunday on at 5 p.m. and I can see some people already here, and I see Ronit Tripathi. Hi, very good evening to you, and hello to you Bhishmesh too. And it's been quite long, Bhishmesh, since I last saw you, because I think you were one of my earliest viewers, but it's nice to see you back. And I do hope that you are well prepared for your board exams, because these are the final 3 weeks I think left before your board exams, or probably is it 2? Yeah, probably 2 weeks. Yeah, so Bhishmesh has got a question also, and we'll do that question when we start doing the questions. So before I go to any questions, I'll solve Bhishmesh's question and then we'll start doing it. Okay, so one thing that I wanted to tell you is that this is very important, that Bhishmesh, like he posted a question on the chat box. This is what I want you people to do also, because if you have any doubts in any of the topics that are currently coming in the midterm exams, the board exams, the term 1 exams, so make sure that all your doubts are solved. So whatever doubts are there, you can just post them on the chat box, and I'll make sure that I solve those questions before I start solving my own. Okay, Bhishmesh says there are some more questions also. Obviously Bhishmesh will clarify all your doubts. And yes, like I told you, we are going to do the sample question paper today. But before we go actually to the sample question paper, I would like to tell you a few things about the channel. So the first thing that you have to do is that I conduct this live stream every Sunday at 5 o'clock Indian Standard Time. So mark that on your calendars. Make sure that every Sunday at 5 o'clock you leave everything else, log on to YouTube and go to Exponent to Success, and you'll find my live stream there. But most important is that you must subscribe to the channel, because you may not get the link otherwise. So you must click on the subscribe button right now, and make sure that you hit on the bell notification also, because YouTube has such a system that if you don't click on the bell notification, and if you don't click on all after clicking on the bell, you probably might not get the link. So that is why it is very important that you do it, so that every live stream and every new video that is posted, that comes right into your inbox. And obviously, if I'm doing this to you, so to give me a little bit of motivation, do click on the like button also below the video, which is just like a thumbs up button just below the video. Do click on that, and it will make me very happy. Thank you. And like you are watching this video on Exponent to Success, we have a similar channel which is in Hindi, which is by the name of Ganitavya. So make sure you search for that on YouTube and click on the subscribe button there as well. But if you do not find it in YouTube, there is a link to the Ganitavya channel in the description box of the video also. So make sure you go to that channel and click on the subscribe button, including the bell notification and the all button, so that every future live stream comes to you, because these live streams, I do them alternate weeks. So this week I'm doing it on Exponent to Success, next week I'm going to do it on Ganitavya. So that's why it's very important. And make sure that if you have any doubts or clarifications, this is my email address at the bottom of the screen. So whenever you want to communicate with me or send me a mail or ask me any question, you can always send a mail to me at this address, and I'll make sure that I reply to your mail whenever possible. And it is not only that, like Vishmesh is asking a lot of questions today, and I'll make sure that we'll answer all of those today. And so it is very important that in case you have any questions, you can send them to me by mail, or if you are having a doubt with any particular topic, you can also book a personal session with me, and all you have to do is just send a mail to that address, exp2success@sharma.es. send me a mail and I'll book a personal session with you and make sure that I solve your any topic that you pick. I'll make sure that everything in that topic is covered in that one class. And you people are very lucky that this stream today, and like all the other past streams, have been sponsored by a company by the name of Good and More. Good and More is a company which is there in the packaged food industry, and they are doing a lot of good work for you. And the good work is that they are going to give you a free prize today. It's a mega prize that the winner of the month is going to get a free mega prize worth 3,000 rupees. I'll show you a picture of the prize also when we come to that point, but make sure that they have various products like milkshakes and syrups and powders for your cocktails and milkshakes, etc. So if you want to order any of these, just go to their website as listed under the screen, goodandmore.in. Just go to that link and you can order any of those things that you want. They'll take you to the Amazon links and you can order from there. But if you win this month's prize, then you are going to get virtually all of their products you will get. So make sure that you participate well in the stream. And the last thing that you have to do is to get the prize as well as the certificate. All you have to do is to click to fill up the attendance form, and the attendance form is there in the description box of the video. Make sure that you do fill up the attendance form, because then only you are eligible for the prize and for the certificate as well. So it's there in the description box. Click on the link to the attendance form. The form that will come up, just fill up that form and you are ready to go. And meanwhile, let's continue and start with the stream on the sample question paper. So like Vishmesh said that he has already given us one question, and we have to find the other questions. We have to think what are the other things that we can do. Okay, so let's move to the questions, and I've got the sample question paper with me today. Let me remove this thing from here. Yeah, so make sure you mark your attendance in the attendance form, and let's carry on with the question. So should we take Bhishmesh's question first? Is that what you want to do? So he says that if there are two numbers, like 2n plus 13 is one number and n plus 7 is another number, where n is a natural number, so it's 2n plus 13 and n plus 7, then we have to find the HCF of A and B. So how do we find that? Okay, there are points for this question also, and make sure that whoever solves this question will get 2 points for the first correct answer and 1 point for the remaining correct answers. So make sure that you are the first one to solve this question. I am not going to do it till we start doing it. So any answers that come in before I start doing it or before I give the final answer will be considered to be given the points, otherwise not. So if A is equal to 2n plus 13 and B is equal to n plus 7, where n is a natural number, then what is the HCF of A and B? Okay. Okay, yeah, Desi Ashu is saying he is asking for the points. Yes, I will give you the points also. So before we actually, while you people are solving this question, I'll give you the points also. So as of the last stream that we did, Ashu Tomar was leading with 147 points and he is way ahead than everybody else. The second position was Animesh Gupta at 84 points. Then there was Khushi Kumari at 57 points, Sukrit Majumdar at 43 points, and the others are there are a lot of other students also, but they are quite low in their tally. So make sure that if you want to beat Ashu, there are three ways of doing it. Be the first one to give the correct answers before I solve them, so that for each question you earn 2 points. The second option is pick up your phone, call up your friends. For each of your friend that comes here and participates till the end of the stream and fills up the attendance form, for each friend you are going to get 3 extra points. So if you want to win the prize, that is one way of winning the prize. Right, do we have any correct answers as yet? Okay. Right, so I think we'll start solving the question then. So we have two questions, two numbers here. We've been given that A is equal to 2n plus 13 and B is equal to n plus 7 or 6, n plus 7. Okay, and what is the we have to find out what is the HCF of both these numbers. Now let's take some examples and think of what these numbers could be. So suppose if they say that n is a natural number, so what happens to the two numbers if n is equal to 1? So if n is equal to 1, we are going to get 2 times 1 here, 2 times 1 plus 13, so that gives us the number 15, and here 1 plus 7 is going to be 8, so we have got 15 and 8. If we take n is equal to 2, we get 2 times 2 plus 13, so 2 times 2 is 4, plus 13 is 17, and in the second case you get 2 plus 7, which is equal to 9, and then you have a number which, if we take n as 3, you get 2 times 3, which is 6, plus 13, which is equal to 19, and we are having, in the second case we are going to have 3 plus 7, which is equal to 10. And let's take one more example. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 13 is equal to 21, and 4 plus 7 is going to give us 11. So here you see that everywhere, whatever the numbers are, everywhere we are getting a co-prime number. So I think the HCF of both these numbers is always going to be co-prime, because even if we HCF is always going to be 1, because the HCF of co-prime numbers is always 1. Vishwesh was also saying something about the thing. Vishwesh, what is the options that are given to you? You can assume, he is asking if we can assume any number, any natural number here from 1 to 9. Yes, Bhishmesh, you can assume any natural number from 1 to 9. You can assume more than 9 also. Let's take some random numbers and think about what do we get the answer as. So let me mark the question again, bring the question on the screen, and then we'll do it. So let's take a random number, say 15. So in that case, A will become 2 times 15, which is 30, plus 13, which is equal to 43. And B will then become 15 plus 7, which is 22. So here again you see it's these two numbers are co-prime. Let's take for example 10 as an example. So 2 times 10 is 20, plus 13 gives you 33, and here you get 10 plus 7 is equal to 17. So what pattern you are seeing here? In fact, if you think closely, I am seeing a pattern here. If you look at these numbers here, 8 and 15, 9 and 17, 10 and 19, 11 and 21. So the first number is always 1 less than twice the number. So since it cannot be twice the number, the only possible option that we can have is that the HCF should be 1, because they are always going to be co-prime. So out of 1, 2, 3, 4, the correct option is obviously 1, because they are always going to be co-prime. They are never going to be equal to 1. It will never going to be equal to 2 times the number. Right. Okay, let me erase all this. And we go to the next question that we have. So since I received no correct answers, no points to any of you, and we have this question next. Find the greatest number of 5 digits that will give us a remainder of 5 when divided by 8 and 9. Greatest number of 5 digits that will give us a remainder of 5 when divided by 8 and 9. How will you do this? I'll show the first part of the question again. So we have to find the greatest number of 5 digits that will leave a remainder of 5 when divided by 8 and 9. How do we solve that? Come on, waiting for your answers. You people can't be so slow. So इसका आंसर 99941 आ रहा है मेरा. ओके, और आपने कैसे किया बीच में? शायद आपको चैट में तो समझाना मुश्किल होगा कि कैसे किया, बट आई विल टेल यू हाउ टू सॉल्व इट. सो बेसिकली वी हैव सम सिमिलर क्वेश्चंस इन आवर sample paper today. In fact, the first question is that only. So make sure that you do watch it. How do we do that? But I will definitely give you the answer for this as well. That the way to solve this is that we are basically looking at the numbers. So what we had, the number should be divisible by both 8 and 9. It should be the greatest 5-digit number. Greatest 5-digit number. And it should be also, what is the other condition? It should leave a remainder of 5. Remainder of 5. Right. Now think of the Euclid's division lemma. What does the Euclid's division lemma say? Okay, so we have got A is equal to B cube plus R, which means that whenever we multiply a divisor by the quotient, and if we add the remainder to that, we are going to get the number. So here what we are going to do is we are going to divide, we are going to find A. So if we have to find the greatest 5-digit number, this is what we need to find out. A is what we need to find out. B, we know the divisor, Divisor is obviously the LCM of 8 and 9, and since both are co-prime, so the LCM is going to be the product of these two, so LCM is going to be nothing but 72, and times the quotient. So we have to find the quotient also, so to do that, and the remainder should be equal to 5. So A will then be equal to 72 times something, which we'll find the quotient right now, and plus the remainder should be 5. So that's what we have to do, is that we have to find that number A. So how do we find the quotient? So first, if it is saying we have to find the greatest 5-digit number, all we have to do is to take the smallest 6-digit number. So the smallest 6-digit number is going to be 1 0 0 0 0 0. So how many zeros? Yeah, 1 followed by 5 zeros. So that is going to be the smallest 6-digit number, and we are going to divide by the LCM of the two numbers, which is 72. So if we divide by the LCM, the 72, we get 72 times 1, which is 72. We get a remainder of 28 here, and 72 times how much? 4 times I think would be too much. I think we'll have to do 72 times 3, which will then be equal to 216, and if we subtract that, we get 64, and then we get another 0 here. So how many zeros have we taken already? So this 0 goes here, this 0 comes here, so 640, and how many times? 8 times or 9 times? No, 9 times I think will be too much. It should be 8 times. So 8 times 2 is 16, and 1 carried forward, then 576. Can we take another 72 here? No, it will become too much. Okay, so we get 4 here, and then 13 minus 7 is 6, and we get 640 again by bringing this. So this again will be 576, and we get a remainder of 64. Now this 64 we have to subtract from 100, 1000, that's 3 zeros, 4 zeros, 5 zeros. If we subtract the 64 from this, we are going to get the greatest 5-digit number, which is divisible by both A and 9, so 8 and 9. So this we will have found out by just subtracting this number. So 10 minus 4 is going to give you 6, then 9 minus 6 is going to give you 3, 9, 9, 9. So you get 99,936, and if it has to leave a remainder of 5, then that means it should be 5 more than that. So obviously if you add 5 to that, you get 99,941. That is the correct answer. And yes, Vishmesh, you are right, 99,941 indeed is the correct answer. Okay, हाँ बिल्कुल सही आपने बोला that we'll take the LCM of 8 and 9, and then we are going to divide by 99,999, divide 99,999 by the LCM. So we could take either 99,999, or we could take 1 lakh. So whatever you wish, you can do that, and then we subtract the remainder from that to get it, and then add 5 to that. So exactly, you are right, your method was correct. 99,941 indeed is the correct answer. ये डाउट था आपका कि 5 ऐड होगा या माइनस होगा, ऑप्शन बिल्कुल कंफ्यूज करने के थे. ऑब्वियसली विशमेश ऐड ही होगा, बिकॉज लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल आल्सो. सो व्हेनेवर यू आर कंफ्यूज्ड ना कि व्हाट डू आई डू, वेदर इट विल बी सब्ट्रैक्टेड और एडेड, think of simple example. So math should always be done in simple steps. So let us take a number. So for example 12, what is the greatest greatest 2-digit number which when divided by 12 it leaves a remainder of 5? So how do you do that? So you get okay, we take 100 and we divide that by 12. So 12 times 8 we know is 96, which leaves a remainder of 4. So if we subtract 4 from 100, we get 96. Now this 96 is going to be exactly divisible by 12. When will it leave a remainder of 5? So it would have left a remainder of 5 when the number should have been 101. So had it been 101, it would have left a remainder of 5. But then 101 is not a 2-digit number. So that means we will have to take 7 times of 12. So that is going to be 84. So 84 is exactly divisible. 85 will leave a remainder of 1. 86 will leave a remainder of 2. So for it to leave a remainder of 5, we have to add 5 to that. Right? Doubt clear? So it has to be 89. Right? Make it simple for yourself and break the problems into simpler steps so that you are able to understand it better. You can even do the greatest 1-digit number, which when divided by 2 leaves a remainder of 1. So obviously you will take 10. 10 times 10 divided by 2 gives you 10, which leaves a remainder of 0. So obviously or if we take 9, so 9 divided by 2 will give you 4 times 8, and it leaves a remainder 1. And since 9 was the greatest 4-digit number, single digit number, so it's better if you do it this way. So take 2 digits, because then in single digit it becomes too simple where it is difficult to generalize. So take the example of 2-digit numbers and you will be done with it. You will never get confused with it again. Right. And let's move to the questions now. So are you all ready for the questions? Okay, so before going into the sample question paper, like I told you, this session is being sponsored by Good and More Company. So make sure that you visit their website, which is goodandmore.in. If you want to order any products, just click on their Amazon links and you can buy the products from there. But if you want to get them for free, then all you have to do is to become the winner of this month's stream, and for that you have to give the maximum possible correct answers, and you can get the prize also, which is worth 3,000 rupees. So make sure you do that. And before we actually go into problem solving, I will just tell you what the sample question, what the prize is, and this is what the prize that they are giving, which is there on your screen. So there's a gourmet silky milk chocolate powder, there's a vanilla frappe powder, and there are 4 different kinds of syrups that you get, which is caramel, spicy jamun syrup, cosmopolitan mix, and chili guava syrup. And there are 2 candles also, being Diwali, so it's a special occasion and candles are auspicious. So and these are fragrant candles, so make sure that you do your best to win the prize. Right, and to get the sample of the question paper, what is the question paper pattern going to be like, we'll discuss that and then move to the questions. So the questions will consist of 3 sections, which are section A, section B, and section C. And sections A and B will have 20 questions in them, out of which you have to attempt any 16. So make sure you can leave only 4 questions. There is a choice of only 4 questions that you will get. Otherwise you have to be well prepared with all the other topics. Section C will have 2 case studies in them, and each case study is going to have 5 questions in them. And out of this section, which means a total of 10 questions, out of these 10 questions you can answer any 8 of them. So you could probably choose 3 from the first case study, 5 from the second, or 5 from the first, 3 from the second, or 4 from both. So whatever you feel is comfortable to you, you can do any of those things, and all questions are going to carry 1 mark. So a total of 16 plus 16 plus 8, it's going to be 40 questions that you will be attempting, and it's a 40 marks paper. And there is no negative marking, so even if you are left with some questions, in the end you can just mark some random answers, so that agar tukka lag gaya to lag gaya. So you're just shooting in the dark, and sometimes it just hits the bird. So make sure that if you are falling short of time and the last 2 minutes are left, whatever questions are left, just mark on any options and get done with it. But do manage your time properly so that you are able to finish the paper on time. So let's go to the section A now and let's see if all of you are ready. So the first question is on the screen, the smallest number, which is very similar to the question that we just did right now. So the smallest number, which when divided by 26 and 32 leaves a remainder of 6 and 12 respectively, is what? 396, 416, 420 or 436? Come on, solve the question, give me the correct answer in the chat box, and let's see who get the points. 2 points on the grabs here. And like you see at the bottom of the screen, make sure that you mark your attendance to be eligible for the prize and certificate. Do not forget that. So do fill in the attendance form also whenever you get the time. Okay, so who's solving it and what is the correct option? The smallest number, which when divided by 26 and 32, it leaves a remainder of 6 and 12 respectively. Okay, so like I said, it was very similar to the question that we just did right now for Bismish. And so the thing that we have to think about is that if it has to be divided by 26 and 32, which the smallest number, which when divided by 26 and 32, so when divided by 26 and 32, that means we have to find, it has to be divisible by both 26 and 32. So that means the first step that we need to do is to find the LCM of 26 and 32. So that is the first step that we are going to do, and then we are going to think about what do we do with the 6 and 12, right? So can you tell me what is the LCM of 26 and 32? Very simple. So you know, fundamental theorem of arithmetic. This question is from fundamental theorem of arithmetic, and the fundamental theorem of arithmetic says that whenever you need to find the LCM or the HCF of any two numbers, all you have to do is just to prime factorize those numbers, and then we can find what the LCM is and what the HCF is. So I'm going to prime factorize these two numbers. So 26 can be written as 2 times 13, where both 2 and 13 are prime factors. So as a product of prime factors, it's 2 times 13, and 32 similarly can be written as 2 to the power 5. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, so that's 2 to the power 5, which is equal to 32. So if we are going to find the LCM of 26 and 32, it's obviously 26 and 32, it's obviously going to be all the factors that we have. So we have got 2 and 13. Those are the only two prime factors that we have in both the numbers, so we list them down. Plus we take the highest power of each factor. So highest power, 13 figures in only one number with a power of 1, so that will stay as it is, but 2 figures in both the numbers, and the highest power is in the second number, which is the power of 5. So in LCM we will have to take the highest power, so that becomes 2 to the power 5 multiplied by 13, which is equal to 32 times 13. And if we multiply these two, we get 13 times 2 is 26, and then 416. So the LCM of 26 and 32 is 416. Now what do we do with these two numbers when it leaves a remainder of 6 and 12 respectively? That means when we divide by 26, it should leave a remainder of 6, and when we divide it by 12 by 32, it should leave a remainder of 12. Okay, so this number is going to be divisible by both 26 also and by 32 as well. But what is 26? So if we are looking at 26, 26 should leave a remainder of 6. What is 26 minus 6? Which is 20. And how much is 32 minus 6 minus 12, sorry, minus 12, it should leave a remainder of 12, that is also 20. So that means what they are wanting is that if it should leave a remainder of 16, then we have to, sorry, remainder of 20, it should leave a remainder of 20. Now let's think about what will happen if we increase it by 20. So 416 is exactly divisible by 26 and also by 32. What will happen if we increase it by 20? We will get 436. But what remainder will it leave? It will leave a remainder of 20 and it will not leave a remainder of 6. For it to leave a remainder of 6, we need to subtract 20 from this. And same way with 32, we need to subtract 20 from this number so that it leaves a remainder of 12. So 416 minus 20 is going to give you 396. So option number A is the correct option. And I don't Vishmesh says 416 should have been the number. 416 was the LCM, alright, but it did not leave a remainder of 6 and 12. So make sure you answer the full question, Vishmesh, and let's move to the second question, and I'll wait for some time so that you are able to give the correct answer. Very easy question, this one, on similar triangles, that in two triangles DEF and PQR, angle D is equal to angle Q and angle R is equal to angle E. Then which one of the following is not true? So they have given you 4 equations and you have to find out which one of them is not true. So first of all, I suggest like whenever a question of geometry comes, or any question for that matter, especially geometry and mensuration, whenever I don't understand something, I make a rough figure so that when I see it visually, it becomes more clear to me what exactly to do. So I would recommend the same thing to you. Draw 2 triangles and mark them DEF and PQR. Mark them which angles are equal. Find out the similarity between those 2 triangles, and then when the triangles are similar, which conditions hold true, write those down, and the one which is remaining out of these 4 options is obviously the one which is not true. Right, so I hope you people are doing it, and I am waiting for your correct answers. Meanwhile, like I've already told you what the method is going to be like, but I am going to solve it myself also. So let me start by making 2 triangles. Okay, so let me take this triangle as DEF, and I'll make another triangle. Both are similar, it seems. So PQR, and let's see what is given to us. So we know that angle D is equal to angle Q, which means this angle is equal to this angle. So that is given to us. And we know that angle R is equal to angle E. That means this angle R, is equal to angle E, which is this angle. Now if 2 angles are equal in 2 triangles, then we know that they are going to be equiangular, because the third angle is obviously going to be equal. So they are going to be equiangular, and all equiangular triangles are similar to each other. So that is a condition. So we just have to write what is the similarity condition here, and then according to that we can see the ratio of the corresponding sides. And Vishmesh says that option 2 is correct, and let's see if that is correct or not. So obviously from this triangle, if I go from D, E and then to F, so the first angle, second angle, and then the unmarked angle. So triangle DEF is going to be similar to, again from the first angle to the second angle to the unmarked angle, is going to be similar to triangle QRP. So obviously we can say that if we take these, the ratio of these 2 sides, DE upon QR should be equal to these, the ratio of these 2 sides. So that's EF upon PR, which is going to be equal to the ratio of these 2 sides. So which is DF upon PQ. So dE upon QR, do we have dE upon QR anywhere? This one is equal to dF upon PQ. Yes, this is equal to this, so this option is correct. EF upon PR, so this one here has got EF upon PR, that is equal to dE upon QR. Yes, these two are there, so this option is also correct. We've got EF upon PR here, and that is equal to dF upon PQ, which means this is also correct. And dE upon PQ, so dE, so if we are looking at DEF and QRP, DE is this upon PQ is this. So you see that these are not corresponding sides. So obviously if they are not corresponding sides, the ratio property won't hold true in that. So this is the one which is not true. So option B is correct, and Bhishmesh will get 2 points for that. Let me mark that in my sheet here. Bhishmesh Kumar, 2 points. Okay, keep answering, Bhishmesh. Very good. Let's move to the next question. And next question is, if the point 2, 4 is equidistant from the point 5, k and k, 7, then what is the value of k? So you have to find the value of k if the point P is equidistant from both A and B. The coordinates of all 3 points are given to you. You just have to find the value of k. There are 4 options also given to you, which is -3, 1, 2 and 3. You have to choose the correct one. What is the value of k? Should it be -3, 1, 2 or 3? Meanwhile, yeah, Bhishmesh, I'm waiting for your answer, so just give your answer and then we'll move on. So I won't start solving. In fact, I will start solving, but I'll consider you that if you have given the correct answer before I gave you the final answer, then I'll consider it to be correct. So basically, let's understand what the question is saying. So the question is saying that there's a point P which has the coordinates 2, 4 and it is equidistant from the point A and B. So let's say this is the point A that we have and this is the point B that we have, and it is equidistant from both of them. That means this distance between the 2 points is going to be the same, and the coordinates of point A is 5, k and the coordinates of point B is k, 7. We have to find the value of k. How do we do that? Bhishmesh says it should be 1. The value of k should be 1. Let's see how. Okay. Right. So basically what it means is, by looking at the figure, once I've drawn the figure, I know for sure that it means that PA is equal to PB. So we have to apply the distance formula to both these set of points, and we have to find the value of k. So distance formula, we know that d is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. And obviously if we want to get rid of the square root, we can write d square will be equal to x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Apply the distance formula to both and you get the answer. So we know that PA is equal to PB. So let's write the formula for PA first. So PA, I've got the points this. So I'll take this as x1 y1 and this as x2 y2. So I get 5 minus 2. So that's x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1, which is k minus 4 whole square, should be equal to the distance between P and B. So again, considering P to be x1 y1, I'll take B. So that x2 minus x1 will be k minus 2 whole square plus y2 minus y1 will be 7 minus 4 whole square. Okay, let's simplify this and probably we'll get a quadratic and then we can find the value of k. So 5 minus 2 is 3, 3 square is 9, 9 and k minus 4 whole square will give me k square, plus 4 square which is 16, and minus 2ab, so minus 2 times 4 which is 8 times k, so minus 8k should be equal to k minus 2 whole square, so again k square plus 4 minus 4k, a square plus b square minus 2ab, plus 7 minus 4 is 3 and 3 square is 9. So I see that some things, since they are the same things on the opposite sides of equal to, so we can cancel them straight away. So 9 and 9 can be cancelled here, k square and k square can be cancelled here, and do we have anything else? No, we don't have anything else. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to take 8k to the other side. So minus 8k, when it goes to the other side, it becomes plus 8k. So 8k, we get 8k minus 4k on the one side, and on the other side I'll take 4 to that side, so that becomes 16, and when the 4 comes here it becomes minus, so 16 minus 4. When we simplify this, we get 4k is equal to 12, and k will be 12 upon 4, which is equal to 3. So Bhishmesh, sorry, 1 was not the, option B is not the correct answer. It is option B which is the correct answer. So it has to be 3 which is correct. K should take the value of 3 and not 1. Right, let's move to the next question, which is 3x plus, if 3x plus y is equal to 14 and 2x minus y is equal to 1, then we have to find the value of y. This should be pretty straightforward and simple. This you should be able to do within okay sir, midpoint formula आ रहा है, हाँ बिल्कुल आ रहा है, midpoint formula is also coming. Midpoint formula पे भी कुछ questions हैं हमारे पास, तो we'll make sure we do those as well. Yes, Bhishmesh, I'm waiting for your answer. So this is pretty simple question on linear equation and two variables, and if you are going to do it okay, I think you are going to get the correct answer. It is a fairly straightforward question, no tricks in this. Very simple, just simple application of solving a system of equations or simultaneous equations. So there are three methods of doing that. You know, there is a substitution method, there is the elimination method, there is a graphical method as well, and then there is the cross multiplication method. You can use any one of those and find the value of y. And Bhishmesh says that the answer is H. Which one? H is not an option, Bhishmesh. What do you mean by H? Option D. Okay, so he says that value of y should be equal to 5. So let's see if 5 is the correct answer or not. So the way to do this question is to just take the two equations, write them properly. So 3x plus y is equal to 14. Let's call that equation number 1. And the second equation is 2x minus y is equal to 1. That is equation number 2. So what I am going to do is I need to eliminate. Elimination usually works out to be simpler than the substitution method and the cross multiplication and the the graphical method. So I always prefer to do the elimination method, and we know that if we have to eliminate one variable, since y here is positive in the first equation and negative in the second equation, and it has the same coefficient, all we can do is just add the two equations. So when we add the two equations, y minus y gets cancelled and we get 3x plus 2h, which is equal to 5x, and here 14 plus 1 will give us 15. So to find the value of x, 5 goes to the other side, so it becomes 15 divided by 5, which is equal to 3. So it should have been option B, but then they are saying we have to find the value of y. So this is the most important step. You have to read the question properly. Most children would answer that, okay, I've got the answer as 3, so yes, B is the correct answer. But here, read the question properly. They are asking for the value of y and not for the value of x. We have just found x here. So when we put x as 3 2 times in the second equation, so it becomes 2 times 3 minus y is equal to 1. So that becomes 6 minus y is equal to 1. I'll take y to the other side and 1 to this side. So that becomes y is equal to 6 minus 1, which is equal to 5. So yes, option D is the correct answer, and Bhishmesh is going to get 2 points for that. Nitesh, good evening. Very warm welcome to you on the stream, and you are a little late today, but never mind. I'll tell you for your points also. You had 10 points till the last stream, and make sure that you answer a lot of questions, and make sure you call up your friends and tell them to join the stream also, because for every friend that you call, you are going to get 3 points for that. So yeah, so Bhishmesh has got 2 more points. He is on 4 right now. Let's move to the next question that we have. The next question is, if the distance between the points x comma b and a comma 0 is square root of a square plus b square, then what is the value of x? Is it going to be x is equal to a, or x is equal to b, or x is equal to 2a, or x is equal to 2b? If the distance between the points x comma b and a comma 0 is the square root of a square plus b square, then what is the value of x? So again, I think it's a simple application of the the distance formula. Just apply the distance formula, and I think you will be able to figure out what the answer is. You can find out the value of x. Okay. I hope both of you are solving. Nitesh, Bhishmesh, should I wait for you or should I carry on? Right, and while you people are solving the question, let me tell you that this stream is sponsored by Good and More Company, and which is there in the packaged food industry, and you are likely to get a prize worth 3,000 rupees. So all you have to do is to mark your attendance in the form below given in the description box of the video, and while you are doing that, while you are looking for the attendance form, also make sure that you click on the like button just below the video, which is like a thumbs up button. It gives me some again I made a mistake, sorry. It gives me some motivation that you people are liking the work that I am doing. Right, and I think we have some answers here. Vishmesh says it should be option C, which is 2A, and let's see if that is the correct answer or not. So to do that, all we have to do, like I said, we have to apply the distance formula. So to apply the distance formula, I can do it like this, that I take the 2 points x comma b and a comma 0. So if I apply the distance formula, so I'll take x minus a whole square plus b minus 0 whole square, and the square root of that should be the distance between these 2 points. Now the distance between these 2 points, they are given it as square root of a square plus b square. Okay. So what I can do is I can probably square both the sides. So when I square both the sides, it gets rid of that complex square root sign that we have there. So squaring both the sides, we get x minus a whole square plus b minus 0 whole square should be equal to a square plus b square. And now I'm just going to simplify the left hand side. I'm going to open the bracket, square both the functions, and let's see what do we get. So x minus a whole square will give me x square plus a square minus 2ax, because do not forget the 2ab, so a plus b whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab, so a minus b whole square, is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Do not forget that 2ab. So this is that 2ab, which is minus 2ax. So that is this one, and b minus 0 is only b, so it becomes plus b square, and this should be equal to a square plus b square. So now a square is there on both the sides, that can get cancelled. B square is also there on both sides of the equal to sign, that also can get cancelled. So what we are left with is x square minus 2ax is equal to 0. I can just take 2ax to the other side and I get 2x square is equal to 2ax. Then I can take this x to the other side, so x square divided by x, which gives me nothing but x, should be equal to this thing here, 2a. So yes, option C is the correct answer, and Vishmesh will get another 2 points for that. Let's move to the next question. In the equation 2x plus 3y is equal to 13, if x is having a value of 2, then the corresponding value of y is absolutely simple question. All you have to, you can give me the answer in 30 seconds if you want. Come on, your time starts now. 30 seconds, and I am waiting for the answer. Very simple question. Cannot become simpler than this. 2x plus 3y is equal to 13 is the equation given to us, and it says that if x is having a value of 2, we need to find the corresponding value of y. Come on, it shouldn't take so much of time. What is the correct answer? Okay, so he says answer should be equal to 3. Okay, let's see if that is correct or not. Option C, which is 3. Okay, let's see. So we have been given that x is having a value of p, so that means if value of 2, that means 2x, so that becomes 2 times 2 plus 3y should be equal to 13. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 plus 3y is equal to 13, and 4 will go that side, so that means 3y will be equal to 9, and when we take 3 to that side, it becomes 9 divided by 3, so y will be equal to 3. So yes, option C is correct. Bhishmesh will get another 2 points for that, and he says less than 10 seconds he did. Yes, Bhishmesh, this was a very simple question. It should have been done in less than 10 seconds, but I know YouTube, there is a little bit of delay in the comments coming, and when I am speaking and you are hearing, there is a delay in that as well. So that is why I gave you 30 seconds for this. But let's move to the next question and see what we have. So 4, 10 is the midpoint of the line segment joining these 2 points, which are minus 8, 13 and x, 7. Then we have to find the value of x. So like Bhishmesh was saying, is midpoint formula coming? Yes, Bhishmesh, it is coming, and this is a question related to the midpoint formula only. Yes, and midpoint formula is actually very simple. So there is nothing very complicated about the midpoint formula. All you have to do is just apply the formula and you get. So the formula, if you do not know, I will just write it for you on the screen. Though I'm sure if you are preparing for your board exams, it is a very simple formula, and if you don't know, it's really a very bad thing. You should have known about it because the board exams are right 2 weeks away. So the midpoint formula says that the x coordinate of the midpoint should be equal to x1 plus x2 upon 2, and y coordinate should be equal to y1 plus y2 upon 2. So that's going to be so the midpoint is already given, which is 4, 10. We need to find the value of x. Value of y we do not need to find out because those 2 coordinates are already given, and this is also given, so nothing to find in that. and so the only thing that we have to do is to use the first equation, which is this. So x coordinate will then be equal to x1 plus x coordinate we know is 4, the midpoint is given as 4, so that becomes minus 8 plus x, x1 and x2, so this is x1, this is x2, minus 8 plus x upon 2. Just apply the formula and that is it. So I get Bishmesh has given the answer as 16, and I think that is the correct answer. If we multiply 2 to both the sides, I get 8 is equal to minus 8 plus x, and I take this minus 8 to the other side, so that becomes 8 plus 8, which means 16 is equal to x. So yes, D is indeed the correct answer, and Bishmesh is going to get another 2 points for that. Congratulations Bishmesh, you are quite on a roll today. And let's move to the next question. So while you're solving, I'll mark it in my sheet that you have got 2 more points. Right. So the question says that if the midpoint of the line joining the points A, which is 5, 4, and B, which is k, 8, is P, which has got coordinates of x, y, and 2x plus 3y minus 10 is equal to 0, then what is the value of k? We need to find the value of k for that. Okay, come on, waiting for your answer. Okay, I think this is interesting. Which one do you think is a better layout here? Is it this one here or this one here? So choose the correct option, or which one do you think looks better? So I've got 3 kinds of layouts here. So I've got one as this, but in this the screen becomes too small, so I don't think that is the correct way to go about it. But if you are given a choice between this and this, which one would you prefer? So this is number 1, or you can say option A, and this is option B. So A or B, which one do you think is better? Previous layout, which means this one. Okay, this. Okay, so this is better. Okay, I'll keep it as this only then. Fine. Thank you Bishmesh for your inputs, and meanwhile I hope you are... No, not this one. This one is better. Okay, right, this one is better. Fine. Continue with the question Bishmesh, and let's see what the correct answer is. Meanwhile, this is a question on midpoint again, and let's see if you are going to get it. It's a fairly straightforward question again. So midpoint formula, I already told you what the formula is, that the x coordinate is equal to x1 plus x2 upon 2, and y coordinate is equal to y1 plus y2 upon 2. We have to find the value of k if the midpoint of the line joining these 2 points is something and it satisfies the equation, or 2x plus 3y minus 10 is equal to 0, then what is the value of k? So here they are actually checking 2 concepts. So one is your actually coordinate geometry, which is the midpoint formula, and the second thing that they are checking is also your straight lines or your graphs and your algebra, whether you are able to put in the correct options values or not. Bishmesh says that it should be option C, which is equal to minus 13, so k should have a value of minus 13. Let's see if that is the correct answer or not. So here we see that the midpoint is P, which is x comma y. So we don't know this x also, we don't know this y also, but we have been given x1 and y1. We have been given x2 and y2, but though x2 is equal to k, so that's what we need to find out. So let's see what x is equal to. X will be equal to x1, which is 5, plus x2, which is equal to k upon 2. So x coordinate will be 5 plus k upon 2, and y coordinate will be equal to y1, which is 4, plus y2, which is 8 upon 2. So 4 plus 8 is 12, 12 upon 2 is equal to 6. So y coordinate is 6. So the point basically is 5 plus k upon 2, which is the x coordinate, comma 6. So that is our coordinate of the midpoint. Now it says that 2x plus 3y minus 10 should be equal to 0. That means if we take this as the value of x and this as the value of y and subtract 10 from it, then the answer should come out to be 0. So let's do that. So 2x plus 3y minus 10 should be equal to 0. Let's see what we get here. So 2 times 5 plus k upon 2 plus 3 times y, which is equal to 6, minus 10 should be equal to 0. The 2 and 2 can get cancelled here, so that means 5 plus k plus 3 times 6 is 18. 18 minus 10 is equal to 0. So that means k plus 18 and 5 is 23. 23 minus 10 is 13. So k plus 13 is equal to 0. Therefore, if we subtract 13 from both sides, k should be equal to minus 13. So yes, C is the correct answer. Congratulations Bhishmesh for getting the correct answer again, and let's move to the next question without wasting any further time. Sorry, I think I'm getting tired now. I need a coffee break. So while you are continuing to doing the questions, I'll have a sip of coffee. Thank you. So it says in the figure given below, two line segments AC and BD intersect each other at the point P such that PA is equal to 6 centimeters. Okay, so we know that AC and BD are intersecting here. So AC and BD, so this line and this line are intersecting. PA is equal to 6 centimeters, so this is 6 centimeters. PB is equal to 3 centimeters, so this is 3 centimeters. PC is equal to 2.5 centimeters, so this is 2.5 centimeters. PD is equal to 5 centimeters, so this is 5 centimeters. Angle APB, this is equal to 50 degrees. And angle CDP, so this is equal to 30 degrees. Then angle PBA is how much? This is how much? This is what we need to find out. Okay, how do we do this? I think it's again a question on similar triangles, if I'm not wrong. There are three criterions to prove the triangle similar. Do you remember what those three criterions are? Criterions? No, it should not be criterions. The plural of criterion is criteria. So there are three criteria to prove that the triangles are similar. What are those three criteria? Hi Tanish, Tanish Katyar. Very nice to see you here, Tanish. Seeing you in the stream for the first time today, I think. I have never seen you here before. And welcome to the stream, and hope you enjoy watching. If you're a student of class 10, must stay till the end of the stream so that you are able to do well in your board exams. And make sure you fill up the attendance form, which is there in the description box of the video. Just fill up that attendance form and come back and watch till the end. Pick up a notebook and pen also, keep solving it along the way. Okay, so there are 3 criteria to prove that the triangles are similar. There is the AA criteria, which means if 2 angles are equal, then obviously the third is also going to be equal and the 2 triangles will be similar to each other. There is the SAS criteria, which means that if 2 sides and an included angle is given, then the 2 triangles may be similar. And there is the SSS criterion, in which in the 2 triangles, if the ratio of the corresponding sides is the same, then the 2 triangles are said to be similar to each other. Okay, he says option D, 100 degrees. Bishmesh is going with option D, which is 100 degrees. Let's see if that is correct or not. So one thing we are clear about is that if we look at this angle APD, which is 50 degrees here, and the angle opposite to that, so those are vertically opposite angles, so this is also going to be 50 degrees. So we can say in triangle APB, and triangle PDC, what do we see? We know that angle APB is equal to angle PDC, no, DPC is equal to 50 degrees. We can write both of them are vertically opposite angles. Are there any other angles equal? No other angle is equal. So we know that this is 30 degrees, but we are not sure whether it will be 30 degrees in the first triangle or not. But we can see that AD upon AD is, AP. So if I am taking AP upon DP, so the ratio of these 2 sides is equal to 6 upon 5. And if I take the other 2 sides here, which are PB upon PC, that is equal to 3 upon 2.5. Angle is equal, then by the SAS criterion we can say that triangle APB, now we'll have to be careful about the naming. So APB should be similar to triangle DPC. Okay, so using that we have to find, so if obviously there is a triangle, then the sum of the third angle in all 3 angles should basically be the same. So if this angle is, if this is 50, this is 30, so 50 plus 30 is 80 and a total of 180, so this obviously should be 100. And the corresponding angle of angle C is this angle B here, which is the one that we have marked as X, so X also should be 100 degrees. So yes, option D is the correct answer, and Bishmesh gets even 2 more points. Okay, Bishmesh, there is a glitch. I think you are saying that okay, voice and screen is lagging. I think there is some internet issues, because it is showing that the internet is a little slow here. It keeps happening all the time, but now I think it is okay, because the signal of low internet has gone. So I hope you are able to see me clearly and able to hear me clearly now. Right, so you get another 2 points for that, Bhishmesh. Let's move to the next question. The value of k for which the system of equations 4x plus y is equal to 5 and 8x plus ky is equal to 12 has no solution. Then what is the value of k? That is what you need to find out. Come on. The value of k for which the system of equations 4x plus y is equal to 5 and 8x plus ky is equal to 12 has no solution is what? Answer, he says, is 2, which is option number B. Let's see if that is the correct option or not. So we know that if it has no solution possible only when the lines are parallel to each other. They do not have point. Right, are you able to see me now? Sorry, I got disconnected. There was some serious internet problem here, I think. Are you able to see me? Let me know if you are able to see me now, hear me properly. Okay, voice cut रही है अभी. Okay, I think it should become better in some time because here it is showing that there is no internet problem now. So we can carry on with the questions. Yes. Okay, so yes, Bhishmesh, the value of k is equal to 2 and you get another 2 points for that. Let's move to the next question. Meanwhile, if cos a is equal to 4 upon 5, then what is the value of tan a? Again, very simple question. 10 seconds question. If cos a is equal to 4 upon 5, then what is the value of tan a? Come on, I don't have so much of time. I think 1 hour 20 minutes of the stream is already over, so we have to rush it a bit. And we haven't finished with section A as yet. So we have got section B also after this, and then there's the section C also. So Bhishmesh, I'll carry on with it, and if you give me the correct answer before I solve it, then you get the points for it, otherwise not. and I am going to go a little quickly now. So we know that cos A is equal to 4 upon 5. So whenever we come across a question of trigonometry, the best thing that I know is to write out SOHCAHTOA. So that gives me a very simple thing, that it gives me the three ratios, that sine of an angle is equal to the opposite upon hypotenuse, cos of an angle is equal to the adjacent upon hypotenuse, and tan of an angle is opposite upon adjacent. So I draw a right angle triangle here. Let me name this angle as A, B and C. So if I am looking at cos A, which is equal to 4 upon 5, so cos A means this angle here, that is equal to adjacent upon hypotenuse. So adjacent will be this thing 4, so 4x, and hypotenuse should be 5x. So if one of the I am taking x, okay, Bishmesh says that option B, which is equal to 3 by 4, should be equal to tan A. Let's see if that is the correct option or not. So we know that these two sides are 4x and 5x, or 4k and 5k, whatever you want to take, because 4 upon 5 is the ratio. So it may be 4 and 5, but it can also be 8 and 10, it can also be 12 and 15, it can also be 16 and 20, it could be anything. So we just have to be careful that the ratio between these two sides is the same. So this is obviously a Pythagorean triplet. So 3, 4 and 5 are Pythagorean triplets. That means this is equal to 3x. Now we have to find the value of tan of an angle. So tan of angle A, which is opposite upon adjacent. So tan A will be equal to opposite upon adjacent. Opposite side to the angle is this one, which is equal to 3x. Upon the adjacent side to the angle is this one, which is equal to 4x. X and x can get cancelled, so that is 3 upon 4. So yes, option B is correct, and Bhishmesh gets 2 points for that. Let's move to the next question, which is, if the perimeter of a circle is equal to that of a square, then what is the ratio of their areas? Is it 7 is to 22, 11 is to 14, 14 is to 11, or 22 is to 7? This is also a simple question. Just one little trick in this. So hopefully you should be able to do it. Let's see if you are able to overcome that trick or not. So they are talking about the perimeter of a circle and the perimeter of a square. So that means one thing is clear, that we have a circle and we have a square, and it says that the perimeter of both of them are the same. So let's say the side of the square is S, and let's say the radius of the circle is R. So the perimeter of a circle is equal to that of a square. So this is the only trick part in the question, and if you get this, then the question is solved. So that means, what is the perimeter of a circle? It is the circumference of the circle. So 2 pi r should be equal to the perimeter of the square, which is equal to 4s. So 2 pi r is equal to 4s, that is given to us. We have to find the ratio of their areas. And areas also, you know, area of a circle is pi r square upon area of a square is s square. Okay, very simple, shouldn't take so much of time. So when it says ratio of their areas, we have to find the ratio of the area of the circle to the ratio of the area of the square, or ratio of the area of square to that of the area of a circle. Then the ratio of their areas means that as they have given in the question, in the same arrangement, in the same order, we need the ratio. So it's the circle first and then the square. So area of a circle upon the area of square, that is the ratio that we need to find out. And obviously that is equal to pi r square upon s square. Okay, so we know that this is the ratio, right? This is what we need to find out. Okay, Bhishmesh says it should be 7 upon 22, which is option A, and let's see if that is the correct answer or not. So basically what I'll do is I'll find r upon s here. So r upon s is the ratio of the radius and the side of the square. So I just take s to the other side and 2 pi to the other side, so that becomes 4 upon 2 pi, or we can say it is 2 upon pi. So r upon s is 2 upon pi, so we have to find pi into, I can also write this r upon s whole square, so that is equal to pi into 2 upon pi whole square. So that will give me equal to pi into 4 upon pi square, right? Pi and the square can get cancelled, so it is 4 upon pi, which will be equal to 4 upon 22 multiplied by 7. 4 can get cancelled by 2, so this is 2, this is 11. So 7 times 14 is to 11 should be the correct answer. That's option number C. So Bhishmesh, sorry, you don't get the points for that. It is option number C, which is 14 is to 11. Right? That is the ratio of the areas of the circle to the square. Let's move to the next question, which is if 2 sine 4 theta is equal to root 3, we have to find the value of theta. Again, very simple question. This I won't even start to do until you give me the correct answer. Okay, I know silly mistakes are possible. Bhishmesh is saying he made a very silly mistake. It sometimes happens, but you have to be very careful, especially when you are appearing in an exam, because those silly mistakes can cost us or may prove to be very costly. So if 2 sine 4 theta is equal to root 3, then what is the value of theta? Very simple question. Okay, I don't think I'm going to get any answers from you guys, so I will solve it for you and then you won't get any points for it. Because if I do the first step, you will get the answer. The first step is the slightly tricky part in this question. Otherwise, all the other steps are relatively very simple. So only the first step you do and rest of the question is super easy. Okay, I think I will have to do it. So meanwhile, make sure that if you are here watching the stream, do fill up the attendance form, which is there in the description box of the video. So do not forget to fill up that form so that I know that you are a part of the stream, you had attended, and that will also make you eligible for the certificate and for the prize as well. Okay, so I will solve it and then nobody gets a point. Bhishmesh is telling me to wait. I think he must be close to the answer. He must have figured out what that first trick is, because the first step is the trick part only. The rest of the question is very simple. So okay, Bhishmesh says it should be 15 degrees. Let's see how. So we know that 2 sine 4 theta is equal to root 3. So if I take the 2 to the other side, that means I'll be dividing by 2. So I get sine 4 theta should be equal to root 3 by 2. Now if we remember the trigonometric table or the values of the trigonometric ratios, I know that root 3 upon 2 happens only when it is a sine of 60 degrees. So sine of 4 theta is equal to sine of 60 degrees. That means 4 theta is equal to 60, and obviously dividing by 4 I get theta is equal to 60 upon 4, which is equal to 15 degrees. So yes, option A is the correct option. Let's move to the next question. And Nitesh says, sir, who win previous certificate for previous stream? Nitesh, whoever has filled up the attendance forms in the previous streams, certificates are given to all of those people who fill up the attendance form. So I'm sure you must have received the attendance, the certificate for the previous streams that you have attended. But there are some streams which are done in groups. For example, if I'm covering coordinate geometry in 2 streams, and then you will get the certificate if you attend both of those streams. Now there were some topics like the last topic of probability, I think, and one topic before that, areas related to circle, that was covered in a single stream. So if you attended that stream, you would have got the certificate for that. This sample paper is a series of 3 streams. So we did the last one last week. We are doing this one this week, and there is the next one which is scheduled on 14th of November. So 7th of November we are going to have a bumper Diwali stream for that. So make sure that you and your parents, they attend the stream, because it is going to get answer questions like how to get rid of the exam fever. So it is very important for both you as students and for your parents, so that there is a congenial atmosphere at home, so that your parents are not putting too much of pressure on you. So they also need to understand how much pressure they need to put, and not to put any undue pressure on you. So it's very important that you tell all your classmates about it, that, and we are going to have very 2 important guests with us who are going to, and experts in their own field. So we are going to have a teacher who has spent over 30 years teaching, and she has also been the principal of a school, and she is Mrs. Vinita Kashyap. So she will be the expert who will be handling how to get rid of the exam pressure and how to advise what the parents are doing. And we will also have a parent perspective. So there is a parent that we have, Mrs. Sabina Tanwar, whose son is appearing for the board exams this year, and how she does not put too much pressure on her son. So that is what we are going to discuss in the next stream, which is on 7th of November on the Ganitavya channel. So make sure that you, all your classmates and their parents, they attend the stream, so that all of you benefit from that and you go and appear in the board exams very, very confidently. So the link will obviously be sent to you. Otherwise, if it is not sent, you must subscribe to the channel also. So make sure you subscribe to the Ganitavya channel as well, and to Exponent to Success as well, so that you get benefit and you come to know when the stream is held. But for your information, it is on 7th of November at 5 p.m. on the Ganitavya channel. So right, the question is, if the length of the minute hand of a clock is 10 centimeter, then what is the area swept by the minute hand from 9:45 a.m. to 10:20 a.m.? Okay, so there is a clock that we have, and the length of the minute hand is 10 centimeter. Then area of the swept by the minute hand from 9:45 a.m. So 9:45 happens when the minute hand is at the number 9 to 10:20, and 10:20 is when it comes to the number 4. So basically this angle we are looking at, and this is the area that we are looking at. Okay, so what fraction of the circle is this? And we know that the length of the minute hand is 10 centimeters. Okay, Bhishmesh says that he is not able to solve this properly as he is facing some error. Okay, never mind. So we know that the formula of this is basically a sector of a circle. So we know the formula for that is pi r square theta upon 360. Pi r square, so pi is 22 upon 7, we know that. R is given to us as 10, so 10 into 10 because it r square. Then we are looking at this angle here, so it's a total of how many minutes? 15 minutes here plus 20 minutes here, which is 35 minutes. And each we can, so the fraction of the circle we can take it as 35 upon 60, or we can multiply both by how much? We can multiply both by 6 to get 360 at the bottom denominator, and 35 times 6 will be how much? 210. So but I'll take it, okay, let me take it as 210 upon 360 only. So that 7 times 3 is, no, not 3 times 7 is 21, 3 times 12 is 36, the 7 and 7 gets cancelled, and 22, so 2 times 6 is 12, and 2 times 11 is 22, then 2 times 3 is 5, so 11 into 5 is 55 into 10, which is 550 divided by 3. So 550 divided by 3, that is fairly simple, I think. So 3 times 1 is 3, 2, 5 comes here, 3 times 8 is 24, 1 comes here, 0, and 3 times 3, so 183.33. Option number B is the correct answer. Right, so nobody gets a point for that. We should move on to the next question, which is again on trigonometry. What is, if tan theta plus cot theta is equal to 7, then the value of tan square theta plus cot square theta is how much? Again, a very simple and straightforward question, nothing to do. And okay, Bhishmesh is saying if I could re-explain it. So okay, I'll re-explain the question. So Bhishmesh, we are looking, you know that we are looking at the area swept by the minute hand. So when we are looking at the area swept by the minute hand, when we are looking at the area, so this is the area that we are looking for, which I have shaded. So that is the fraction of the circle that I am looking at. So we need to find only that much area. The area of the complete circle we know is pi r square, and if we need to find that fraction, what fraction of the full circle is it? So to find that fraction, it is 35 minutes, because 9:45 to 10:20 is 35 minutes, and total is how many minutes in the circle? It's 60 minutes. So that fraction of the circle is 35 upon 60. I can just divide both by 5, so I get 7 on top and 12 here. So 5 times 7 is 35, 5 times 12 is 60. Pi r square can be written as 22 upon 7 into r, which is 10 into 10. And now I can just simplify this. 7 and 7 can get cancelled. 22 and 12 I can cancel by 2, so this becomes 11, this becomes 6. Then 10 and 6 again I can cancel, so this becomes 5 and this becomes 3, and nothing else I can cancel now. So 11 times 5 times 10, which is 550, and then the denominator we have got 3, and when we solve that we get 183.33. Right, so if tan theta plus cot theta is equal to 7, then the value of tan square theta plus cot square theta is how much? Tan theta plus cot theta is equal to 7. Then what is the value of tan square theta plus cot square theta? Should not take much time. Bhishmesh, I think, is solving it. Again, pretty simple question. Meanwhile, I'll tell you what to do. So if we need to find if we are given what is tan theta plus cot theta, we need to find what is tan square theta plus cot square theta. So from tan theta plus cot theta to get tan square theta plus cot square theta, I don't think we can apply a trigonometric identity here. That will lose because that will give us more confusing thing. It will bring in secant and cosecant, which we are not looking at. So basically what we are going to do is we are just going to square the sides. That is going to be much simpler for us, because when we square these two sides, we should get the answer. Because tan theta plus cot theta, the square of that will be what? And if we are squaring the left hand side, we will have to square the right hand side as well. So make sure you do not forget to square the right hand side. So on the right hand side, 7 square becomes 49, and on the left hand side, what do we get? Tan square theta plus cot square theta. So the answer should be 49, is it? I think it's a fairly straightforward question. Not much to do, so I just square the two sides and find out what the answer is. Bhishmesh has told me to wait, but he is still not given the answer, and he says it should be 47. I thought it should be 49, but why 47? Let's see. Because when we square the left hand side, we get tan square theta plus cot square theta. So this is the mistake that most of the children make. You do not have to make the mistake that a plus b whole square is a square plus b square plus 2ab. So do not forget to add that to tan theta cot theta. Okay, now this is what we need to find out. Tan square theta plus cot square theta we need to find out, and this will become plus 2 times tan theta, and cot theta we know is the reciprocal of tan theta, so 1 upon tan theta equals to 49, and then the tan theta and tan theta can get cancelled. I can take 2 to the other side, so it becomes 49 minus 2, which is 47, and tan square theta plus cot square theta will be equal to 47. So yes, option number B is the correct answer. tan and cot cancel हो जाएगा रेसिप्रोकल में, बिल्कुल सही बीचमेश, and 2 minus हो जाएगा. That's right. Let's move to the next question. Ashu is a class 10 student. Ashu is not here today, but Ashu is a class 10 student who loves to play with marbles. He has a bag containing 10 blue, 7 white, 8 red marbles. He thought of a game and decided that he will win the game only when he draws a white marble. So if he draws a marble from the bag, and if it's a white marble, he will win the game. What is the probability that he will lose the game? 11 by 25, 15 by 25, 17 by 25, or 18 by 25? Very straightforward question. Probability questions are always very simple. Nothing to do in them, just it takes, I think, 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Okay. I haven't got the correct answer as yet, but I think I will start solving it. So let's see what marbles do we have here. So we've got 10 blue marbles, we've got 7 white marbles, and we've got 8 red marbles. And he decided that he will win the game only if he draws a white marble. What is the probability that he loses the game? So there are 2 ways of doing it. Ashu says option A, it should be 11 by 25. There are 2 ways of doing it. One is that if we find the probability of getting a white marble, so that is 7 upon the total number of marbles. So 10 plus 7 is 17 plus 8 is 25. So 7 upon 25, that is the probability of getting a white marble. But to lose the game, we will have, that is a complementary event, because 7 upon 25 is the probability of winning the game. So that is 1 minus 25 upon 7, which is 25 minus 7, or 18 upon 25. So option number D is correct. Ashu, you don't get points for that. It is not 11 upon 25. Then the second option is that if he has to lose the game, so it is the sum of these two marbles, that blue and the red, that if the marble he draws is either a blue marble or a red marble, so it will be 10 upon 25 plus 8 upon 25. In both cases you get 18 upon 25 only. So yes, option D is the correct answer. Let's move to the next question, again on trigonometric. Very simple question. If you know the trigonometric tables or the values of the trigonometric ratios, sine square 45 degrees, cos square 30 degrees, plus half cos square 90 degrees, minus 2 cot square 30 degrees, plus 4 secant square 60 degrees is how much? Lots of things there, but all fairly simple if you remember the trigonometric table of values. Sine square 45 cos square 30 plus half cos square 90 minus 2 cot square 30 plus 4 secant square 60. Should it be 83 upon 5, 83 upon 7, 81 upon 8, or 83 upon 8? Come on. Meanwhile, I'll write the expression as it is. It's sine square 45 degrees, cos square 30 degrees, plus half cos square 90 degrees, minus 2 cot square 30 degrees, plus 4 secant square 60 degrees. Okay, so I won't write the values as yet, but sine square 45, sine 45 will be something, it will be the square of that, times cos 30 will be something, it will be the square of that, plus half times cos 90 will be something, it is going to be the square of that, minus 2 cot 30 is going to be something, it is going to be the square of that, plus 4 times secant 60 is going to be something, so it's going to be the square of that. Now just substitute the values and find out what the correct answer should be. Should it be 83 upon 5, 83 upon 7, 81 upon 8, or 83 upon 8? Bishmesh says it should be 81 upon 8. Let's see. So we know sine 45. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. So this is 1 by root 2. Cos 30 is the same as sine 60, which is root 3 upon 2. Cos 90 is the same as sine 0, which is 0. Cot 30 is the reciprocal of tan 30. Tan 30 we know is 1 by root 3. So cot 30 is going to be root 3. And secant 60 is the reciprocal of cos 60. Cos 60 we know is the same as sine 30, which is 1 by 2. And the reciprocal of that is going to be 2. Okay, so what do we get? 1 by root 2 square will give us 1 by 2 times root 3 by 2 square, so that will give me root 3 square is 3 upon 2 square is 4, plus half times 0 square is 0 only, minus 2 times root 3 square is 3, plus 4 times 2 square is 4. Let me simplify. 1 times 3 is 3, 3 by 8, plus half times 0 is 0, minus 2 times 3 is 6, plus 4 times 4 is 16. So it's basically 3 by 8 plus 10, because minus 6 plus 16 is 10. And now I find the LCM, so that's 3 plus 80 upon 8, which is 83 upon 8, sorry. So option number D is correct. Ashu made a small mistake in the calculations again. I think not Ashu, Bhishmesh. He made a small mistake in the calculation, so he loses the points for this question as well. It's 83.8, which is the correct answer. Let's move to the next question. The area of a minor segment of a circle of radius 7 centimeter when its central angle is 30 degrees is how much? 5 upon 12 centimeters, 6 upon 12 centimeters, 7 upon 12 centimeters, or 11 upon 12 centimeters. साइन में देखा, साइन पॉजिटिव था, तो कई बार होता है बीच में, तभी मैं कहता हूँ जितना ज़्यादा आप प्रैक्टिस करोगे उतना ज़्यादा आपकी नज़रें तेज़ होंगी, उतना ज़्यादा आप क्वेश्चन को समझ पाओगे. आपके क्वेश्चन समझने में मेरे ख्याल से इतना प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट थोड़ा वो जो जल्दी में करते हो और वो जो साइंस की और जो सिली मिस्टेक्स हो जाती है ना, उनको थोड़ा अवॉइड करना चाहिए, बिकॉज एग्ज़ाम सिचुएशन में वो बहुत कॉस्टली प्रूव हो सकते हैं. सो मेक श्योर दैट यू practice well, and do not forget to attend the stream on 14th November also. That is the last stream that we are going to do before the exams start. 17th November से start हो रहे हैं. I don't know आपके स्कूल में minor subjects के एग्ज़ाम कब है, because minor subjects के एग्ज़ाम की डेट शीट they have sent it to the individual schools. So I don't know in your school what when are the minor subjects, but वैसे major subjects की डेट शीट आ चुकी है. Okay, speed and accuracy both is important. You are absolutely right. Speed is also important, accuracy is also very important. Okay, the area of a minor segment of a circle of radius 7 centimeter when its central angle is 30 degrees is how much? So let us draw the figure now, because it's a again mensuration, so if I have a figure it will make things easier for me. I draw a circle and it has a radius of 7 centimeter when its central angle is 30. So when its central angle is 30, it would be an angle probably like this, which is 30. Central angle is 30 and radius is 7 centimeter, and we have to find the area of a minor segment of a circle. Minor segment, ध्यान रखना, there are two things in a circle. One is there are in fact four things. One is the circumference of the circle, which is the boundary around it. One is the area of the circle, which includes the full part of it. One is the sector of a circle, which is the one drawn here, and one is the segment of a circle. Segment is the part when you connect the chord, then the remaining part is called the segment. So you have to find the area of the minor segment of a circle with radius 7 centimeter when its central angle is 30 degrees. So right, we know that. First let us find the area of the sector. So we know that the area of a sector will be equal to pi r square theta upon 360. So pi is 22 upon 7 into r square will be 7 into 7 into theta. Theta is 30 degrees upon 360. The 0 and 0 can get cancelled. 3 times 12 is 36, and 7 and 7 can get cancelled here, and then if I divide by 2, so I get 11 here and 6 here. So it's 77 upon 6 basically. That's the area of the sector here. And Bishmesh, I haven't received your answer as yet. So if you don't give the answer and if I start doing the next step, then you lose the points, because the next step, once I've told, then the question becomes straightforward. Okay, anyways, when its central angle 30 degrees is this much, 77 upon 6. And if we need to find the area of the segment, then all we have to do is to reduce the area of the triangle here. So because area of the sector we have already found out, which is this complete thing from that we have drawn within the 30-degree angle. So that complete thing, the area is 77 upon 6. But if we reduce the area of the triangle, then we get the area of the segment which we are after. And the area of the triangle is, so we have to subtract from that. Area of the triangle is nothing but half r square sine theta. That is the formula for that. So from this we subtract minus half r square, we know is 7 into 7 times sine theta. Theta is 30 degrees. So that's 1 by 2. So that's 77 upon 6 minus 7 times 7 is 49 upon 4, and we can find the LCM, which is 12, and 77 times 2 will be 154, and 49 times 3 will be 147. So 154 minus 147 is 7 upon 12. So option C is the correct answer. And yes, we move to the next question. A box contains cards numbered from 1 to 70. A card is drawn at random from the box. The probability that the card has a perfect cube is how much? 1 by 7, 2 by 35, 1 by 14, or 3 by 70? Again, a very simple question to be answered within 10 seconds. A box contains cards numbered from 1 to 70. A card is drawn at random. So when we know that the cards are numbered from 1 to 70, one thing is clear, that the denominator should be 70. We are looking at the numerator now, and we have to find the probability that the drawn card has a number which is a perfect cube. I'm waiting for your answers, because if I give away the next step, the question is done. Again, it won't, you won't get the points for it then. Bhishmesh, you are already on 16 points, so make sure that you answer the questions quickly. Okay, never mind, I'll start doing it. And so basically we want that the drawn card should be a perfect cube. So we are looking at perfect cubes between 1 and 70. So it should be greater than 1 but less than 70, right? Or 1 should be less than those. So it should be between these, and the perfect cubes between 1 and 70 will be the square of the cube of 1, which is 1, the cube of 2, which is 8, the cube of 3, which is 27, the cube of 4, which is 4 times 4 is 16, times 4 64, cube of 5 is 125. That becomes greater than 70, so it is these 4 numbers. So it becomes 4 upon 70, which is equal to, okay, I think Aditya had who had given the first answer. Bhishmesh had said option D, which is 3 upon 70. Then Aditya, Ayush, whether you are Aditya or Ayush. Ayush is in 5th, I think. Aditya is the one that we are looking at, who gave the answer as C, which is 1 upon 14. And then okay, Bhishmesh says that it should be option D is 3 upon 70. That's what Bhishmesh said. Firstly, he had solved it for perfect square. So I think you're still wrong. Okay, Aditya, hi, welcome to the stream. I think this is the first time that I'm seeing you here, and if you are here, you must be seeing a message at the bottom here that make sure you fill up the attendance form to be eligible for the prize as well as the certificate. So make sure you go to the description box of the video. You'll find a link to the attendance form, which will be removed after the stream is over. So just make sure that you fill up the attendance form right now, and also make sure that you attend our next stream, which is going to help you get rid of the exam fever and how to face the board exams very confidently. So for that you have to subscribe to both the channels that we have. one of the channels is which one on the one which we are doing already. So do click on the subscribe button and click on the all button, click on the bell notification and the all button, so that a notification is sent to you. Also, we have a channel on Ganitavya by the name of Ganitavya. You can search for that on YouTube, and it is also there in the description box of the video. Go to that channel and subscribe to that as well, so that you do not miss out on any streams that we are doing. Right. And Bishmesh, what time will we continue this stream? I was thinking of ending it right now. So we've got 4 upon 70. 4 upon 70 will actually be 2 upon 35. So option number B is the correct option, and neither Aditya nor Bishmesh will get the correct answers, points, will get the points for this, sorry. Right. So till what time will the stream continue? I think it's already 2 hours and I think we should end it, but we haven't even finished section A as yet. So my plan is to finish section A. I'll show you what the questions are for section B and section C. So you can have, so when you have a replay of the video, you can solve those questions at your end. Keep a time limit of, so if the total paper is 90 minutes, so keep about I think 45 minutes for section B and C. So you can solve that at home. So within 45 minutes, if you are able to solve all those questions, then I think you are prepared for the exams. If you have a doubt in any of those questions, you can send me a message on my email ID, which I'll show you once again. It's exp2success@sharma.es. You can write a message, send a message to me there. I'll explain it how to do those questions, or yes, that is the way we'll go about it, because I don't think we'll have time to solve all these questions over here. And if you think you are weak in any particular topic that is coming in the exam, and you want to book a personal class with me, you can do that as well. For that, again, you have to write a message on the email ID exp2success@sharma.es. Right, somewhere this time I had to go somewhere. Okay, you can go. I think we are left with another 2-3 questions in section A, I think. So we'll finish after section A. How many? Yeah, last question of section A. So the area of a circle that can be inscribed in a square of side 1.4 centimeter is how much? 2.2 centimeters square, 1.2 square centimeters, 1.62 square centimeters, or 1.54 square centimeters. The area of a circle that can be inscribed in a square of side 1.4 centimeter. What does that mean? Okay, so that means we have got a square like this. The side of the square is 1.4 centimeters, and there's an area inscribed inside it. So when it says area is, a circle is inscribed, it means it's inside the boundary of the square. So it's a circle like this. You have to find the area of this circle. Aditya says it should be option B, which is 1.82 square centimeters, and Bishmesh says option D. Okay, who thinks? Aditya says he thinks. And okay, Aditya, thank you, and for filling up the attendance form. Like I was saying, do not forget to subscribe to the Ganitavya channel also that we have. There is again a link to that channel in the description box. Subscribe to that, because next Sunday on 7th November we are going to have a special Diwali stream on which we are going to talk about how to get rid of the exam fever and how to appear in the board exams confidently. And we are having 2 experts also for that. One is a teacher expert who has spent all her life teaching, 30 years, more than 30 years of experience, and one is a parent expert who has her son appearing for the board exams this year, and how she puts no pressure. And also make sure that your parents also attend the same, so that the atmosphere at home is congenial, and they do not put too much of pressure on you as well. So right, we have got a square of 1.4 centimeter. We have to find the area of the circle. Aditya says he thinks it should be 1.82, because when he says he thinks, it seems to me okay, 4 options, inky, pinky, ponky, father had a donkey. वैसे करोगे तो you think ही आएगा. You have to solve the questions first to find out what the correct answer should be. So we know that we to find the area of the circle, which is equal to pi r square, we need the radius. So we need, what is this much, but this much we don't know, but we know how much this much is, because if this much is 1.4, then this much is also is 1.4, and the radius therefore will be 0.7. so r is equal to 0.7. then we can find that 22 upon 7 into 0.7 into 0.7, that will be the area of the circle. 7 into 0 goes into 0.7 0.1 times. 22 into 0.7 is 15.4. 15.4 multiplied by 0.1 is 1.54. So yes, option D is correct. Bhishmesh gets 2 more points for it, and he moves to 18 points. So yes, that is the end of section A that we have. We move to section B, but we are not going to solve all these questions. As I said, I will just show you these questions. So the thing that you have to do is, you can just go to the, when you're done, whenever you have time, but do it latest by tomorrow, so that when you go through the questions, when you go through this video again, so do a replay of the video, come to the, how much, what part of it, this is 2 minutes and 6 seconds, 2 hours and 6 minutes are over. So just see the questions. Yes, Bhishmesh, you can leave now. You can see the replay of the video and see the questions and solve that at your end. I am ending the stream. So this is question number 1 of section B. You can pause the video at home and solve the questions in your notebook. Whichever questions you do not understand, you can send me a mail. So question number 1 of section B. This is question number 2 of section B. Pause the video here and you can solve it later. Question number 3 of section B. A question on probability. Question number 4 is on trigonometry. You can pause the video when you are playing it back and then solve the question. Question number 5 is again areas related to circles. So you can pause the video and solve it. Question number 6 is fairly simple. It's, I think, 2 variables, linear equations in 2 variables. Question number 6. Question number 7 is again linear equation in 2 variables, or is it coordinate geometry? No, I think it's coordinate geometry. Question number 7, again coordinate geometry, and specifically in coordinate geometry it is the section formula. You can pause the video and watch it later. Question number 8 is again coordinate geometry and again section formula. Thank you, Bhishmesh, so much. Happy Diwali to you as well, and to everyone at home. Right, question number 9 is on similar triangles. So ratio of 2 sides are given, they need the ratio of areas. Question number 10 is, I think, does not look like trigonometry. Right angle triangle must be trigonometry only. Yes, trigonometry. Question number 10. Question number 11 is again trigonometry. If 16 cot x is equal to 12, you have to find the value of this. Question number 12 is similar, same values are given, but you have to find the value of a different expression. Question number 13 also is trigonometry. Tan A they have given, you have to find the value of this expression. Question number 14 is again circles, areas related to circles, where you need to find the length of the arc. Question number 15 is again area related to circles, or areas related to circles. Question number 16 is probability. Question number 17 is again probability. Okay, I've got a message from Avinash Sable. Sir, you teach very nice. Thank you so much, Avinash. That's a very nice compliment that you have given to me. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel and do attend my future streams also. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. I've got 2 channels, and this one is Exponent to Success. I've got another channel by the name of Ganitavya. The link to that is in the description box. Do subscribe to that channel as well. See you next Sunday at 5 o'clock. And meanwhile, let's continue. Bishmesh, who will get the prize? I'll have to see who is leading. As of now, Ashu Tomar is leading. We are looking at the prize for the full month now. So weekly prizes are over. It's a monthly prize now, and I think more or less it will be Ashu Tomar who will get the prize. Let's see. But we have got one more stream to go on 14th of November. If you win that one, get lots of your friends, you still have a chance to get a prize. Okay, Avinash, happy Diwali to you as well, and to everybody at home as well. Right, question number 19 is again coordinate geometry, I think, quadrilateral having points as this, and we have to find the midpoint of AC. Question number 20 is trigonometry. Cot theta value is given, and you have to find the value of this expression. Fairly straightforward, and that brings us to the case study. So we have 2 case studies, 5 questions each. So the way to do this is, again, as I said, I'm not solving these questions, I'm showing these questions. You can do that at your home. You can watch a replay of the video, pause the video when the question comes up on the screen, and do it on your notebook, then unpause and you can watch it forward. So see all the questions. The case study, this is, I think, about factor trees, so fundamental theorem of arithmetic, if I'm not wrong, or Euclid's division lemma probably. So you can read the question. I can see a factor tree here, and you need to find the value of x, then the value of y. This is question number 2 of this case study. Then question number 3 of the case study is you need to find the value of z. So 3 variables are there, x, y, z. You need to find these 3 values. Question number 4 of this case study is what type of a number is 13,915. I don't know where did that come from, but what type of a number is that, and the prime factorization of this is what. So yes, fairly straightforward, simple question. The second case study is this, that there is a heavy storm because of which the electric wires, they got bent, and one of the wires got bent like this. So what sort of a function is this? A linear function, quadratic function, cubic function, or logarithmic function? How many zeros are there for the shape of the wire? What are the zeros, the value of the zeros, and what will be the expression of this polynomial, and what is the value of this polynomial at x is equal to 2. So those are the 5 questions of the case study, right? So you can just go to the relevant things and do everything that you want. So basically this was the stream that we were about to do, and thank you so much for being a part of this. You can watch the videos replay later, solve all the questions. Whichever part you do not understand, you can send me a mail at my email address, which you know is exp2success@sharma.es. So send me a mail on that address in case you do not understand any question, and I'll make sure I'll communicate the answer to you. So most probably, if we are communicating by email, I will probably solve a question on a piece of paper and take a picture and send it to you. Right, and very nice to see all of you here, and happy Diwali to you, Bhishmesh, though we'll be meeting after Diwali now on 7th of November with your parents on the stream on Ganitavya on how to handle the exam fever. So till then, take lots of care. Do come prepared for the final stream on 14th of November, in which we are going to do another sample paper, so make sure you attend that as well. Right, see you and wish you all the best. Study hard and do well. Take